What's going on, guys? GSNO right here. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to use the dback application on your Mac or on Windows in order to recover lost or deleted data from your iDevice, and also in order to kick it out of the recovery mode if it gets stuck in there. So yeah, I got this application from here, from iMyFone. This is a company specialized in data recovery on iOS and iDevices and in data removal. So if you go ahead here on their iPhone selection, you can see they have a lot of erasers or cleaners to either destroy data that you do not want to have anymore on the device, confidential data, or to recover such data. And they also have managers and data transfer tools that we're not interested on for the moment. So they contacted me about this program, and I usually get a lot of requests to review various kind of software now for Mac or for Windows and so on. I usually turn them down, since when I tried their applications, they're either broken and they do not detect my device, or simply do not get any data from the device. They cannot recover anything, which is the whole purpose of the application. But this one succeeded in that department. This one managed to connect successfully to my device and also recover my data. So I decided to share it with you because it's, in a myriad of applications, this one is okay and seems to be working nicely. Okay, so let's test this application out. Well, I'm going to navigate in here. I have installed it by taking it from the from this iMyFone dback DMG file that you download. You can see it's pretty simple to install. Just drag it and drop it into the applications folder. It doesn't require any installation or any complex installation. And I'm going to tell you something. This application is a paid application, but it has some nice features as a trial application. You can download it. You can use it, to check whether it can find your files or whether you can find whatever you need. You can preview those files to make sure they're not corrupted or they can be restored in a good condition. And after that, if you want to recover them, you can pay for the application. So it's a nice thing in there, because if you do not find what you need using the application, you simply do not buy it. And that's something good. And if you do find what you need, you can simply, go ahead, buy a license and get your data back. That's pretty cool, and that's something you do not really see on many of these data recovery tools. On many of them, you just need to, buy it and then try it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You don't get your money back. But in this case, you can try it first, see if you get the data, and then in order to recover the data, you can buy it. So it's quite nice. I have a license in here, so let me connect a device. Now, as I said, many of these applications that claim to be able to recover data do not even detect the device in the first place, or they're massively broken in macOS Sierra or in macOS High Sierra or even in El Capitan. Now, I'm running macOS Sierra on this particular iMac, and I have connected an iPod Touch 6th generation that's used for testing. Let's see if we can detect it. Okay, so the interface of the application is pretty straightforward. In fact, I think it's quite easy to understand. And you have a couple options in here, like lost or deleted data by accident. What would you like to get back? Factory reset, jailbreak, or iOS upgrade. iPhone lost, damaged, or broken, iPhone locked by a forgotten passcode and others, and stuck at a Apple logo, recovery mode loops, or black screen. Now, this is important because it's not only a data recovery tool, it also helps fixing the device if it's stuck on the Apple logo or in recovery mode or on a black screen. It's even able to restore the device like iTunes does. So it's quite a nice application here. I'm going to go with the lost or deleted data by accident, and you're getting presented with a couple options you have in here. Now, I'm going to admit it's not a massive selection here, but it appears to have whatever you need. So I'm going to turn down these things in here because I do not have WhatsApp, WeChat, Viber, Kik, Skype, or Line. But if you do have them and you would like to recover data that's been used in these applications or it's been deleted, you can do so. I'm going to also uncheck these two in here, and I'm going to do a scan for messages, call history. I don't have call history, being an iPod, contacts, notes, and photos and videos and so on. Now, it's going to try to detect the device. I have connected the device. I'm going to tell you it's not the fastest application that I have ever seen, when when it comes to connecting to the device, it takes a couple of seconds. It's not instant, but it proceeds to detect the device correctly, which is quite nice. You can see it managed to detect it's an iPod Touch 6th generation, and we can proceed with scanning. Now, scanning is going to take a couple minutes. It says in there that it's going to take about 10 minutes. Now, that's true and false, depending on whether the device has a lot of data or whether you have a lot of deleted data and so on. It's going to take more or less. In my case, it is going to take less than that because I have very little amount of data on this device since it's a testing device. But anyways, you should leave it in background and so on to get this data. And while we are waiting for it to do its thing, I'm going to tell you about their special offering here, because this is the reason I actually wanted to make a video about it, because they do have a massive sale in here, which is quite nice. Now usually this application is $70, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't pay $70 for this kind of application. But now it's been cut to $30, which is more acceptable for this kind of application. That being the fact that it's able to recover the device from various errors, like being stuck on the Apple logo, being stuck on the black screen and a recovery mode, and it's also able to detect some data and recover it back. So $30 is quite okay for this kind of application. Now if you get with the family license, with which includes 2 to 5 devices, you can of course go with this one, which is $40, reduced from $100, which is again nice, but I do not actually see myself using it. Although it's a bestseller in here. And then the business license, which is probably intended for GSM shops and retailers and so on, because it's quite beefy. You can see it's normally $600 and now it's $200. I wouldn't buy this this huge license if I'm using it, personally. But yeah, the basic license is not very beefy. It's quite cheap for this sort of application. So yeah, it's pretty recommended. Now, usually when I do a review on this kind of stuff, I check whether the application works, and then I check if they have a 30 days back money back guarantee, and they do have that, and they accept PayPal and a large variety of pay cards, which is quite okay. And the fact that they do have a money back guaranteed and they have a good support, I have actually talked with their support line, it's quite okay. And once you purchase the license, it's for lifetime, so you're going to get updates for lifetime, and it's working for one device, which is okay. So let's move on to this thing in here. It apparently managed to detect my contacts that's been deleted. I had 3 contacts, I deleted them, and it managed to find them. Now these numbers are dummy in here. I've just made a couple of contacts to test the application, but I'm not going to recover them. On the notes part, it apparently seemed to be able to get them completely, which is quite nice. This one has a drawing, in the notes, and apparently it managed to find it properly and to display it properly in here, which is nice. Notes, attachments, yeah, we have the pictures. You can save the actual diagram that you have. So okay, we do not have any voice memos. Then we have bookmarks. Yes, apparently we do have a couple of bookmarks in here. Right, then we have a calendar, and yes, I do have a couple of calendar notes added in here. You can see it managed to get them. Reminders, and it does detect my reminders, so that's okay. And then Safari history, and it does detect it, which is quite nice. Yep. Yeah, in fact, it managed to detect it quite okay. So yeah, let's uncheck a couple of things in here. I just want the photos. You can see it also has a video that it's been deleted. I have deleted the video, purposefully, but it's been detected in here. So I'm going to get back the video and these photos in here, which apparently have been successfully identified. These photos have been deleted normally from the device, but they're apparently showing up in here. So let's see if it can recover them. Choose file format, HTML or CSV. That's a little bit strange. And the location where you want to save them. We're going to save them on desktop. Okay, it seems to have created a folder. Let's click recover. All right, congratulations. Okay, so apparently it managed to recover them. Video. Yes, photo. Let's open a photo to see whether it looks okay or whether it's been broken. And no, it looks okay, but this one is a thumbnail. The actual photo is this one in here apparently. So you get the thumbnails and also the official, the original, image. So keep that in mind. That's probably a caveat. Yes, the photo looks okay. I actually made a photo of my screen, so it's okay. Let's try this photo with a PSP. Yep, so yeah, the photos are getting back quite okay. Now let's test it with the recover from iTunes backup. At first, I'm going to leave everything checked in here. And it apparently gets my iPod Touch and its backup, which is something good. It means that it has a proper integration with the OS X or Mac OS. It's able to fetch the this thing, but you can also select one. You can also select a backup from somewhere if you really want, and you can proceed to scan. It says it's going to take about 5 minutes, which I doubt, but I'm going to be back. So it managed to take all the data, and as you can see, it's everything in here, which is quite nice. The same data because I made a backup of the device with whatever it contained. So it's quite okay. Let's move on to the next thing. This one, okay. This one is for recovering data from iCloud backup, so you can sign into your Apple ID and password and get data from there. I'm not going to demo this one. We're going to move swiftly on to fix iOS system, and this is something that I find interesting. You have the standard mode where all your data will remain intact if it succeeds. Then you have the exit recovery mode, quick fix for devices stuck in recovery mode, and then the advanced mode, which is going to actually restore the device with an IPSW, and everything is going to be lost, but it's going to fix the device if the iOS is destroyed beyond repair. So you can download the IPSW, it's going to download everything automatically, and it's going to restore it automatically in here, which is quite nice. But I'm not going to use this particular one in here. We're going to use the exit recovery mode, and I'm going to demo it. For example, if I connect it, you can see that it's iPod Touch, but it says there is a problem with the iPod Touch that requires it to be updated or restored. And I'm not going to update it or restore, I'm going to attempt kicking it out of the recovery mode. We're going to do this and click exit. And yep, sure enough, the device has been restarted. So I'm going to wait a couple seconds and see whether the iTunes pick it up. Okay, so I see the device in here, and yep, sure enough, the device has started completely, and you can see it works quite nice back again. And I didn't need to actually restore it. So yeah, that's quite okay. So what I can say about this application in the end? Well, iMyFone did a very good job. They do have a good support. The sale is quite okay. The initial price, I don't really think that I'm going to buy it if it costs $70. But for 30 is quite a good application. It's well made. It detects the device properly. It manages to detect my data and recover it to some extent, and it managed to fix the recovery mode and stuff like that without restoring the device. And even if it's necessary to restore the device, it's broken beyond repair, the iOS, you do have a module in here to actually put the device in DFU mode. You have all the instructions for all type of devices, and you also have a module that can restore it directly in here. So quite a good application. I definitely recommend it. You can check it out in the description down below. So yeah, you should keep it in mind if you have problems with your device in the future. Till the next time, I'm GeoSnow. Peace out.